All right, we're back in the shop. Today I'm doing a more in-depth video on my dad's 1989 Ford F-350. Now, if you look at the front end, why, a lot of you are saying, well, that's a 1992 to 1997 front end. It surely can't be a 1989. Well, my dad bought this truck, and then he did a front-end conversion on it, and made it look like the 1989, and made his 1989 look like a 1992 to 1996. So, yeah, it's very interesting. So this truck is almost completely custom. It has been torn down to frame multiple times. And when I mean multiple, I mean multiple. More than multiple. That's kind of stupid. It has pretty much been reworked. It has a 7.3 IDI diesel, as some of you may have seen in the earlier video. It has a Dana 60 front axle. I think it's running on 32 tires, 32-inch tires. Yeah. Sterling 10 1/4 rear. Earlier this year, we put Raptor liner or bed liner, whatever you want to call it, in the bed. He's got a small toolbox there, which he really loves. Now, on the inside, we have some stuff. Just a helmet that we pulled out of the travelall when we were cleaning it out. And these are 2008, I believe 2008, Ford Explorer seats. And he's still working on swapping in the front seats because, well, he wanted something more comfortable than what he had. And yeah, so then he has a custom sound system installed. He did all of this work in like mid-2000s. I don't quite remember. I wasn't alive. But so yeah. Now we're gonna move to the front seat real quick. He has these handles off of, like, the little number pad things off of a Super Duty. Then we have, I believe these seats are out of an OBS instead of an 89, but I'm not sure. So is the 89 dash. He actually put on a overdrive unit. So you just pull that and then you have an extra gear. So this is really a 10-speed. Because 4 pedals, 5 gears. It's a ZF5 speed. So yeah, I'm gonna shut the door. So he has a gauge cluster, gauge tree, not a gauge cluster. Then door panels don't match, and so do the rear things. But we are planning on painting them in this gray color, grayish tan color. Lights, fuel, yeah. And this has power windows from a later truck. Now I'm just gonna pop the hood because why not? There you go. These doors are tricky. It's one of those guys. We have a battery charger since these trucks do not like to start. Let me just find the there we go. So this is the engine bay, which is what I was trying to get into, but it was difficult. So yeah, so this is, as I said, a 7.3 diesel, and it has a ATS turbo kit on it. New AC pump, which we're still installing, so we don't currently have AC. Yeah, just regular 7.3 stuff. It's a dual battery setup, and it takes both of them to start it, which honestly should not be that surprising if you've owned or know about 7.3s. Big motors. So now it actually has Super Duty front bumpers. Super Duty front bumper, not front bumpers. Then over here we got Super Duty rear bumper. And I believe it has a custom exhaust. Not really sure, but it's a dual tank. Might have seen that earlier, but yeah. Hey, and we're back at it. Now here we have my mother's International KB2 hot rod. So, yeah. So, my dad actually built this for her a while back, and it needs some R&R. Just it has some problems with it. Needs some stuff fixed, built. Yeah. So this is, I believe, a Monte Carlo. This is an engine out of a Monte Carlo. It's a Chevy small block, which, I mean, they're literally in everything. Yeah. It has a Mustang 2 front suspension, which is honestly one of the best front suspension systems in the whole world. Has a custom radiator. Yeah. I mean, it's got some stuff in the back right now, but it needs a underbed, because, not an underbed, but the bed floor is rotted out. It has I believe it also has a Monte Carlo rear axle, riding on stock International springs. Opening the door here, it's locked. Wait, is it locked? Oh, no. It's weird. I have no idea what's up with that, but, well, it has a Monte Carlo steering column, because, boop, Chevrolet. These are Ford Ranger seats, I was told. I mean, it's a 49, doesn't have air conditioning or heat. What it does have for air conditioning is this. Can open up the dash, the windshield a little bit. Yeah. Hey, back at it again with another cut in the video. And here we have our 1940 Ford Opera Coupe. Okay, now this thing we bought from one of my dad's friends, and so it has a Ford flathead V8. Now it doesn't run, but we're gonna make it run, because that's one of our next classical car projects, apart from some of the modern cars that we have on our property that have a little bit more priority over this thing. And this is a Opera Coupe, so it has the weird little seats in the back that fold down like opera seats. This is a it's really nice. It's pretty much all original. It needs a new paint job, or it maybe just needs a good cleaning, and I think it'll come out nicely. It's really beautiful. Needs seats. That's one of the biggest things that it needs. Seats, and headliner's alright, but just, it needs seats. Just reupholster them. They look alright as now. And it's got the 50-50 split with the, actual just seats. Flathead V8, it's stuck. This thing drove to its place in 2016, I believe it was. But last time that it was driven, the engine was heated up. Got all heated up. So we don't know what that did, but we don't think it was good for the engine. Yeah, it's just, first engine that I ever tore apart was actually a flathead V8. And it's just incredible to see where all of our modern engines came from. The modern V8s, that is, but the LS, the Coyote, the Hemi, but which piece for the Hemi? You had a good run. But, it's insane that all of it started from this 90 horsepower V8 that overheated. It's insane. Hey, here again. Another cut in the video. Here is our 1962 Mercury comet. Now, these are basically the same as a Fairlane, just by Mercury. And yeah. So I believe Mercury was actually created to be sort of the, not the poor man's Ford, but, well, yeah, the poor man's Ford. Yeah, it's super cool, super original. Has a little bit of paint damage, and it has a dent on the rear end. Small dent, but very small. Well, actually, it's on the hood. Sorry, my brain's just not braining today. I really love the little targets on the front. I like those. Really cool. Now, on the inside, I love the doors. They open super smoothly, but we have a all original interior. All original door panels. Has the original light. Is that, I mean, there's a original stereo, cigarette heater. It actually has a, I was told it has a heater, because it has the thing for it. And it is the 2-speed Mercury, or Merc-O-Matic, as some prefer to call it. There's a nice little honk. Yeah. Dude, Mercuries are always really cool. You see everybody talking about Fairlanes and Galaxies, but my opinion, I love Mercuries. Hey, a lot of you have seen my travelall video. So, here is a little bit more of a walk around, a little bit more in depth. All right, starting at the front, it's Stegular International Travelall. It's a 1210, which is really cool, and it has a 345 cubic inch V8, as I said. Now, 4-speed BorgWarner T19. Has the mount for a CB radio, which I think is really cool. NP205. It's got a little bit of damage on the front seat. The rear seat's actually pretty clean. We got a vacuum back there since we were cleaning it up. Headliner. Pretty much non-existent. Then, going to the rear of the vehicle, we got some quarter panel rust, but they all do. Just open it. Literally nothing back here, except for some random parts that we have back here, like some carburetors. So yeah, we actually messed up our carb on this one. So we're getting a rebuild kit for it. Some new gaskets and stuff. Because it decided that it didn't want to start and started to pee gasoline. I just dropped my phone. And underneath it, we have, I mean, it's actually pretty clean underneath. All being said, there's the MP205 divorced transfer case. It does have an exhaust leak, so we need to get that done. I'm planning on throwing some aggressive tires on it. Now trying to get underneath it since there's a lot of stupid little plants. Closed knuckle Dana 44, which has one of the regards as being one of the weakest axles ever. Now rear, I believe it's a 10 bolt or something. I'm not entirely sure. but it's either a 10 bolt or a 40 in the rear. I'm leaning towards 10 bolt. And yeah, thank you for watching. Had a good time filming this video. Drop a like and a comment. Thank you.